हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू वाव IAS। वेलकम टू द डिस्कशन ऑन डेली MCQ। आज है 18 जून 2021 और अब हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं आज के 5 करंट अफेयर बेस्ड MCQs। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। फर्स्ट लेट अस डिस्कस द क्वेश्चन दैट वाज आस्क्ड यस्टरडे। द क्वेश्चन वाज इन विच ईयर एयर इंडिया वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड and the correct answer is given by few. So it was Divya Vasisht who was the first person to give the correct answer of yesterday. So this Air India, if you see, it was formed in 1932 by Jamshedji Tata. He founded Air India. Later, after the Second World War, it was nationalized. That means the government has taken over this company. Later, in 2006, Air India was merged with Indian Airlines. Okay? And after this merger, the losses of Air India actually has increased, right? So this is the timeline of Air India, you can say. Now let's start with today's discussion. But before starting, I would just like to tell you that daily we are providing these current affairs based MCQs. Basically, all these MCQs are based on the daily current affairs only. So there is no need for you to prepare current affairs separately. Okay, the questions of current affairs separately. So do follow our initiative for that, and you can find these current affair based questions and their solutions in a PDF format in our Telegram channel for free of cost. So do join the Telegram channel for more details, and the Telegram channel details are there in the description. Now let's begin. The first question: Operation Olivia, sometimes seen in the news, is associated to A. Purchase and sale of government securities to boost the economy. B. Train, advise and assist the Afghan National Defense and Security Forces. C. Protect olive ridley turtles. And D. Import duties on edible oils. Here we have to choose the correct answer. So like Operation Olivia, if someone would see just to go by its name, it looks like some edible oil, some olive oil or something like that. But here Operation Olivia is related to the olive ridley turtles, and it is C, correct answer. So the olive ridley turtles, okay, the rescue of these turtles is one of the plans which is going to be implemented by the Indian Coast Guards at the coast of Odisha, especially in the Gahirmata region, where generally these olive ridley turtles will come for the mating period. Okay? And under this Operation Olivia, the rescue of these animals will be done by the Coast Guards especially. Okay? So generally every year from November to December, the olive ridley turtles will come to the Odisha coast. So it was this is happening quite from some time, but because of the climate change and other things, we are witnessing change in the cycles of these animals. The olive ridley turtles are one of the most abundant sea turtles that are found in the world. They are very small kind of turtles, and they are placed in the Schedule 1 of Indian Wildlife Protection Act. And according to IUCN, the IUCN status, if you see, they are vulnerable. Okay? Now let's start with this. Now let's go to the second question. Consider the following statements related to Public Accounts Committee. 1. It was first set up in 1921 in the wake of the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. And second statement, the chairman of Public Accounts Committee is appointed by the Prime Minister. So here we have to choose the correct answer. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. The first statement, if you see, it was set up in 1921 under the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. This is the right statement. But the second statement is a wrong statement. The chairman is not appointed by the Prime Minister. So A1 only is the correct answer. Now we will see some more details about this Public Accounts Committee. The Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament, actually, why this was in news is, recently it has decided the agenda for the year, and because of lack of consensus with regarding to the COVID vaccine, the COVID vaccine production and distribution was not accepted as one of the agenda of the Public Accounts Committee. The Public Accounts Committee is appointed every year by the Speaker. Okay, so it has 22 members, out of which 15 members are from Lok Sabha and 7 are from Rajya Sabha, and the term is 1 year, and the chairman is appointed by the Speaker of Lok Sabha. The Speaker of Lok Sabha appoints this chairman, and it is not the Prime Minister. So since 1967, the chairman of the committee is selected from the opposition. So selecting the chairman from the opposition is just a convention but not a norm. Okay? And what is the main function of this Public Accounts Committee is that they audit the report of the Controller and Auditor General. This is the main function, and it is the oldest of all the House panels. So it was formed in 1921 under the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. So remember, it is the oldest panel. If tomorrow there is a question, which house is the oldest panel, among all the committees in the Parliament, which committee? So then you can answer simply that it is the Public Accounts Committee, which is the oldest committee among all the other committees. Now let's move on to the third question. Consider the following statements with respect to Inland Vessels Bill 2021. First one, it provides a uniform law for the entire country to regulate safety, security and registration of the inland vessels. B. Second statement, bills require all mechanically propelled vehicles to be mandatorily registered. So here we have to choose the correct answer. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So here the correct answer is C both 1 and 2. So the Inland Vessel Bill actually it's a single law for the entire country, and it monitors all the vessels, it regulates their safety and security as well. And the bill requires all mechanically propelled vessels be registered mandatorily, but the non-mechanically propelled vessels, they have to be registered only with the local taluka, local district, at the district level and the village level. So here the same information is given. You can just pause and go through it once. Okay? So recently the cabinet has given a nod for this bill, and this will replace the earlier Inland Vessels Act of 1970. So that's why this was in news. The fourth question, Raja Parba Festival, a 3-day event which marks the period of fertility regeneration of Mother Earth, is celebrated in which Indian state? A. Odisha, B. Maharashtra, C. Kerala, and D. Goa. Here we have to choose the correct answer, and the correct answer is A. Odisha. The Raja Parva festival is celebrated in the land of Lord Jagannath, that is Odisha, and it has launched, the Odisha government has launched the Pita on Wheels, which is a 3-day Raja festival, and it is now being celebrated during this COVID lockdown. Okay? So the main theme of this festival is that they treat Mother Earth equivalent to the fertility, the period of fertility regeneration of Mother Earth. They treat it equivalent to the menstrual cycle of a woman. Okay, and Raja is the abbreviation used for Rajaswala, which means a menstruating woman, and is celebrated across the state of Odisha, and the people who are living outside Odisha also celebrate this. It signifies the menstrual cycle of Mother Earth similar to that of a woman. So as it is considered similar to that of woman, nothing is planted during these days, during this latent stage. All the agricultural activities are forbidden. Okay, and the very first day of the festival is termed as Pahili Raja, which is also considered to be the last day of the month Jeshta. That means it is considered as last day of the summer. And the second day of the Raja Parva signifies the beginning of solar month Miduna, which marks the arrival of rains. So there is this significance as well. And the concluding day is named in the local dialect as Buhin Dehana, which is popularly known as Sesha Raja, which is the last day. Okay? So now let's go to the next question, the fifth question, the last question of the day. Consider the following statements with respect to East Coast Economic Corridor, ECEC. First one, it is India's first economical corridor, stretches from Kolkata in the north to Kanyakumari in the south. Second one, Chennai Kanyakumari Industrial Corridor is part of the ECEC. Here we have to choose the correct answer. The first statement, if you see, this is right. It is India's first economical corridor stretching from Kolkata to Kanyakumari. So as this statement is right, the second statement will obviously become right, because the Chennai Kanyakumari, that way, it is actually in line, or it is in route from Kolkata to Kanyakumari only. So the second one is also right. So C both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. Now some more details. Recently, ADB, Asian Development Bank, and the Government of India signed a 484 million loan deal. Under this, ADB will be providing India this much amount of loan, which is mainly to improve transport connectivity and facilitate industrial development in the Chennai Kanyakumari Industrial Corridor in Tamil Nadu. The CKIC, the Chennai Kanyakumari Industrial Corridor, is part of East Coast Economic Corridor, which stretches from Kolkata to Kanyakumari, West Bengal to Tamil Nadu. Okay, so it stretches about 2,500 kilometers. Right? So this is all the information about East Coast Economic Corridor. Now let's see the question of the day. The question of the day is, in which year Imperial Bank of India was nationalized? Yeah, here there's a small mistake. In which year Imperial Bank of India was nationalized? Do give your answer in the comment box. We will see who will give the answer first, and tomorrow, before start of the discussion, we will discuss this answer as well. Okay? So that's it, friends. But before I leave, just a small information regarding our initiatives. We have launched Vision PT365 summary, Vision Prelims Test Series summary, Vision Mains Test Series summary, and Vision Monthly magazine. You can get all of these things just by subscribing, whose details are there in the Telegram channel. You can just visit our Telegram channel, whose details are there in the description for more details. Right? So that's it, friends, for the day. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more important MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.